Man has hunted since the beginning of time. What began with crude weapons and animal images scrawled on cave walls has developed into a multi-million-dollar industry. From the Tilton Hiltons to the mansions in the marsh, we hunt and we cook. Everything from rabbits and raccoons to deer and ducks, while learning about the passion of sportsmen through the ages. Man's love affair with hunting is really not about the kill, but how to prepare a sumptuous wild game banquet after the hunt. Now get that camouflage apron and join me, Chef John Folse, for another Taste of Louisiana.
Funding for After the Hunt with Chef John Folse is brought to you by the Baton Rouge Area Convention and Visitors Bureau. Day is dawning on the Mississippi River and the sun is shining on Baton Rouge. Attractions, shopping, food, and Southern hospitality you know and love. Go BR and go brighter. And the Foundation for Excellence in Louisiana Public Broadcasting. Our mission is to tell Louisiana's story to the world. And by the Louisiana Department of Culture, Recreation, and Tourism. Vacation planning guides are available at louisianatravel.com. You wait all year for your vacation. Don't sleep through it.
Oh, yeah. How y'all doing? Look at my boy Bobby, huh? How you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. How you doing, that baby? Good to see you. How you doing? How y'all doing, everybody? Hey, you're a good man, huh? All right, all right. Hey, everybody, thank you so much for joining me in Sportsman's Paradise for another edition of A Taste of Louisiana. We're delighted to have all of you, first of all. Well, there's a couple of you we could probably... we're delighted to have all of you in the studio audience with us. And, of course, all of our viewers back home across the country, now, we wish you were here with us right now. I'd like to introduce our kitchen musicians with us today. Bobby Lonero and the New Orleans Express Band. You're great, huh? Right? Oh, my God, huh? And look, and if you get rid of that outfit, you can come back. Huh? Y'all, today we're talking about deer hunting. If you want to hear a great story, taste a delicious meal, or just enjoy the great camaraderie of other hunters, the deer camp is the only place to be from the beginning of October to the end of January. Many would argue that a hunter's most important possession, other than his life, of course, are the guns and his desire to hunt with them. Since the late 1400s, guns have intrigued men. Let's take a look. When Cortez arrived in Central America in the early 16th century, he was surprised to find Montezuma using trained raptors to hunt. But it was Cortez's 13 guns that captured the natives' attention.
They were guns made in which the hammer moved forward with a little wick on it or a little light that lighted powder that shot the guns.
The matchlocks and other less efficient models traveled to North America in the 16th century with the French, who were more than happy to exchange them for furs with the Native Americans. The more popular flintlock followed in the middle of the 16th century.
Your powder would be placed in the bowl. The flint would go forward, strike the hammer, and it would ignite the powder.
The flintlock was easier to produce and to care for, and was lighter. As guns advanced, so did the shot. Around this time, hail shot was developed, allowing hunters to bring down more than one bird or animal at a time. England's King Edward VI warned that this means of mass killing must be regulated to spare both human and animal life. Gun makers were also developing the ability to take more than one shot in quick succession.
This was my grandpa's gun. It's a 1897 Winchester pump. Put your shells in here, you shoot it, work the pump, work back.
Repeating firearms provided another chance if the first shot missed or failed to kill a bear or deer. The ability to take at least one more shot was also achieved with the multi-barrel guns, although it wasn't until the 18th century that the modern twin-barrel gun made its appearance.
This is a 3-barrel gun, and it's called a drilling. These were made mostly in Austria and in Germany, and you have 2 shotgun barrels and a rifle barrel. So you had the option of a rifle or a shotgun all in one.
The side-by-side double-barrel shotgun soon became the classic sportsman's gun and remains so today. It's true that the basic idea has not changed much, but improvements have certainly been made in subsequent years to both the firing mechanisms and cartridges to ensure a safer, more accurate, and trouble-free weapon. As expansion brought Americans west into the plains, a shorter barrel, higher caliber rifle was designed along with the handgun.
That's a Winchester 1873. You insert your bullets in here, and there's a magazine here to hold the bullet. Every time you shoot, you bring the lever back, all the way forward, all the way back, and it's ready to shoot again.
During World War I, many Americans had their first encounter with the bolt-action rifle, which remains one of the preferred models for hunting today. As guns became more popular as hunting weapons, so did the desire to decorate them. Engravings often depicted hunting scenes or symbols. We've come a long way since the matchlock, and whether you're looking for the perfect gun for the hunt or an exquisite collectible, your options are virtually endless. All right. Well, I tell you, can y'all come back tomorrow? I mean, y'all are really good on it. Can y'all come back, huh? Hey, y'all, welcome. It's so nice to have all of you here. And you know, as I was watching that, I just want to mention that gun safety, y'all, is so important. And I know that one of the great issues out there is the classes that people should take, and of course, proper licensing and all of that. So always check with Wildlife and Fisheries and all those wonderful local organizations that are there to help you be a better, safer hunter. And I just want to start off by saying that since we're talking about firearms today, and I have a couple of great guests with me in the audience. First of all, Richard Lipsey, who is the owner of one of my favorite spots in Louisiana, Oak Grove Camp. And Richard, it's so nice to have you with us today. Good to have you. And Jack Harris is sitting right next to him over there. Jack Harris of Harriswood. Oh yeah, absolutely. And so Richard, I'm going to get started right here. Then I want to talk a little bit about y'all. Let's take a look at the platter, because today I'm going to be doing an hors d'oeuvre with venison, because this is a venison show, and also I'm going to be doing one of all of our favorite dishes. We love it. We search it out at all of our great restaurants. We're going to be doing smothered liver. Oh yeah, come on. Absolutely. It's healthy for you, it's nutritious, and it's cheap. So anyway, we're going to be doing venison liver, and I'm going to tell you all, so don't anybody leave. I have you all counted. Okay, so we're going to do an hors d'oeuvre here, y'all. We have deer bombs. Now, what does that mean? That means, well, in my particular case, deer bombs are not the bomb. I mean, they're really a fantastic dish. I have tenderloin or loin of venison right here. And of course, I would normally roast that with a great blackberry glass or something like that. But today, I just want to show you, because of trying to make use of as much of our game during season, because hunters will tell me, oh, I like to go hunt now, oh, I love to camp, but I don't like to eat it. Well, this whole thing is about liking to eat it, right? That's what it's all about. So what I've done, I've taken the venison and I've cut it into little pieces, and I had to marinate it. So let me show you what I did. Right here in this bowl is my marinating. I've taken the little thin pieces, and the first thing I want to do, especially if it's depending on the age of the deer, whether it's an older buck or whether it's a younger doe, depends on how tender the meat is. So I'm going to put a little tenderizer in here, a little Worcestershire sauce down in it. You can even hit it with a little liquid smoke. If you go onto the grill and you have smoked wood, you don't have to worry about that. A little hot sauce as well. And then one of your favorite marinades. There's a lot of marinades and dressings in the store. You can eliminate it. You can put wine in. I'm going to put a little mesquite marinade down in there, because that's what I've done. Oh, yeah. Somebody's used that before, I see, huh? Oh, yeah, I use it on bread pudding. I love it on bread pudding, absolutely. Okay, y'all, now that's marinated already. Y'all with me? Everybody's with me? No, everybody's with me. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some that's already done, and I'm going to put a nice piece of, in Louisiana, we have all this great smokehouse bacon. You know, you can stop at all those little markets. Absolutely. You pay a little higher price for it. Richard, while I'm rolling some of these up, I'm going to put my bacon down, and I'm going to put this up. Now, you come from a great family when we talk about sporting goods, old Army Navy store, your family, is that the name Steinberg's?
We go back a long way, John, of course, to the mid-40s, and went into the sporting goods business in actually 1950. We had an Army-Navy surplus store, and the old Beachcomber, an old famous outdoor broadcaster here, Bob Scarce, talked my father into adding a few guns and rods and reels, and voila, 1950 we were in the sporting goods business.
And that store, I mean, when I knew nothing about any other place to buy anything for the woods, I knew about y'all, even though I lived about 80 miles out into the swampland. So congratulations on having a great. Now we're talking about guns. You can really follow the evolution of the gun. I mean, we've kept good records of it from the beginning of time, as we showed a minute ago. That's one piece that we can really follow the history of, and how has it evolved, huh?
It's evolved tremendously. You know, it started with the matchlock, as we were talking about earlier.
Right.
And went through the evolution of the flint rock and so on until we've got our modern day firearms. And there's not a lot of change in firearms now. It's not a fashion thing.
Right.
It's more of a practical thing, and how to make the mechanisms better, and involved into the very slick bolt action rifles, the gas operated shotguns, and of course we still make the old double barrel shotguns.
Now what about that? I was just pointing out that I had a collection of, now they're not very expensive. I mean, they're not really that sought after, other than just having them. What about collectibles in guns? I mean, people have been collecting. Is that something good to get involved? And where do people go anyway?
Well, those two go through an evolution. But firearms, all type firearms, are wonderful collector's item. They're better than collecting gold or diamonds or watches. They do enhance in value, and there are a lot of collectors associations. Ruger has a collectors association. Locally here in Baton Rouge, you can go to any one of the gun shows 2 or 3 times a year and join collectors associations. But around the country, there are many shows you can go to. But owning real antique weapons and finer weapons always have been really great collector items.
Well, I appreciate that, y'all. I hope you were watching what I did here. I have bacon, I have the marinated meat, I have a little hot cheese, I have some jalapenos going in it. I've rolled it up, jelly roll style, okay? And look, y'all come on over to the platter. You think I was just fooling around? I have some right here already on, but look at these, how beautiful they are. I'm going to take them and put them right on my platter, because all the cheese is melted, the garlic and all of that great flavor. Now, of course, you can put every type of filling you can imagine in here. I'm using asparagus in some. I'm using water chestnuts. I think you have the idea, and the flavor is just incredible. Season them with any array of seasonings you can. Y'all, just a couple of weeks ago, I went out to Harriswood Plantation, that's Jack's place, and we talked about how to tenderize a venison roast. Y'all watch this. We're here today in the kitchen of beautiful Harriswood Plantation. Now, this is near St. Francisville, Angola, Louisiana. We drove a long way to get to Harriswood.
Well, we're about halfway between Angola and Woodville.
And I'm standing here with Jack Harris, who's the owner of this beautiful property. How many acres do you have here?
We've got about 800 total. We've got about 650 behind the fence.
Now, you started off as a ranch, as a hunting place where hunters could come and buy a day of hunting or so, but the beauty of this place drove you to make it friends and family only now, right?
That's where we are now. To start with, we were doing, we only book couples or families for weekend hunting. And the last few years, it's just been more or less friends and family.
Right. Now, what about cooking? You and I were talking about cooking venison. What's your challenge? I know you have some of your own great recipes.
We do, but it's mainly with backstrap and tenderized steak.
The easy thing.
Well, our challenge, like with a roast or anything, is it's always so dry, and there's people that come up with all kind, soak it in vinegar, soak it in milk. We've heard all of these things. Haven't had much success with that.
Let me show you how to do it, because the secret to not only tender but flavorful and juicy deer roast is actually to add moisture to it in some way, whether it's through steam cooking or braising or filling it with a nice delicate flavor that has moisture in it. So, Jack, look at here. I've taken a leg of venison and I've deboned it, so the bone is already out. And then I spread the roast out. You see what I've done right here? Now what I'm going to do is on the inside of it, you want to season it nicely, a little salt, a little granulated garlic. People are always asking, is that garlic powder? No, that's granulated garlic. And then I have some of the fresh stuff here as well. I have a little onions. I always like to put some fresh seasonings in. But what I have here, and I want you to look at this is onions, celery, bell pepper, garlic, and ham cubes. I like to go to the store and get ham that's got a lot of fat on it. That's where the moisture is going to come from.
Okay.
I put in a Cuisinart or a food processor, and look at that. You can imagine.
And the ham's mixed right in.
Oh, the ham, the fat, the flavor, all those wonderful things are all in there. And I'm going to mash that around just like that. Now, you see where the fat's going to come from in the center of that roast? With that, I'm going to roll it right back up like this. And then I'm going to season the outside nicely. Again, salt, pepper, and a little bit garlic like that. And just rub it in there really nice. Now, Jack, here you have to tie it up nice and tight. You're going to have to just kind of pull that. There you go. Now, you can tie that one. Do you think that you can see the juice coming in this one because of the way we've done it now, huh? Just adding that. Oh, yeah, from the inside out. You just go ahead and tie a nice knot there. Now, once this is tied like this, you can tie 2 or 3 of them. Just get a good, nice knot in there. Perfect. And again, make sure it's seasoned well on each side because the flavor is going to come from the inside of that roast. You see how my black iron pot is smoking away there?
It's ready.
It's ready. Now, Jack, on top of that, the only thing I'm going to add is a little seasoning vegetables to it like this. I can add a little bit of stock if I want to. I could add about a cup of stock, a lid on it, 375 degrees in that oven for about an hour and a half. You want to get the internal temperature to about, I'd say somewhere around 175, 180 or so. You can brown it. Put a little bacon fat in here, y'all. That's going to make it even better. And this is what it looks like when it's done, Jack. Take a look at this and look at the nice fat and everything right down in the middle. You see that nice juiciness in there? Look at the stock. Thank you so much, Jack, for being with us.
I'm ready to try some.
You got it. All right, everybody. Thank y'all. Thank you, Bobby. Hey, any great? Huh? All right, Bob, huh? Oh, what a great day we spent over with Jack Harris over at Harriswood. Now, I left the whole one already done. Did you finish it?
I sure did. Well, I had some help with it.
And did you take credit for it, or did you say that I had done it?
Well, I said you assisted.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Jack Harris over here, y'all, really great. One of the things, and Richard and Jack, I know that y'all going to agree with this. I'm always telling hunters, you know, it's great to go into the duck blinds and the deer camps and squirrel, rabbit, whatever, but don't only go out for the joy of the hunt. Remember that if you're not going to use the game, make sure you distribute it to people who will use the game, and not only use it, but use every part of it, which is what we're doing today. I mean, because people do really love to hunt, but many people say, well, it's too hard to cook, or my family won't eat it, or whatever, which is why we're here, y'all. But don't you hear that quite a bit?
Absolutely.
So we're going to try to change that right here. So let's take a look at, this is everybody's favorite dish. This is venison liver. No, absolutely. This is it. Fact is, Christmas would not be Christmas at my house without this as the centerpiece on the table. You might have a ham or a turkey or something like that. I have venison liver. Absolutely. Thank y'all so much. Absolutely. And y'all all welcome to come and eat. Okay. All right. I have my liver. I have onions, liver and onions. There was a very famous restaurant in New Orleans, Madame Biguet's, which today is Two Jacks. And Madame Biguet was the first German chef in New Orleans, woman, who made liver and onions famous in the city of New Orleans, as well as griots and grits. So she's famous. Oh yeah, absolutely. If I had a glass of wine right now, I'd raise it to Madame Biguet right this minute. Huh? But anyway, so we're honoring her with this dish. So I have the flour here, and I have pepper, a little cayenne pepper. I have thyme. You know, use your own seasonings, right? No, you're not going to use what I tell you to use, right? You're just going to, I don't worry about that. I know what you're saying. I'm not going to use that, huh? It's all right with me. Now I'm going to go into it. Look at that beautiful liver. Look how nice and Oh, yeah, go ahead. I like it raw, too. Just like Hannibal Lecter, Absolutely, the same way. Now, I'm going to go into my skillet has bacon fat in it. Oh, yeah, Oh, yeah. Y'all like bacon fat there? I bet you do, I bet you do. I love it, too. A little bacon fat right there. So I'm going to dust the liver in my seasoned flour. Of course, you want to season the liver a little bit, too. Now, Jack, while I'm doing this and getting it all nice and sauteed here in the skillet, tell us a little bit about Harriswood. So what are you doing there now?
Well, now we started out booking mainly couples and families. We started our commercial operation. My wife, Becky, went through. It's a farmhouse that was built in the late 1800s, and she went through and restored it back pretty much to its original condition with antiques and chandeliers, and it was a great place where a guy could come hunting, but his wife, even if she didn't want to go hunt, could really enjoy being in the woods and seeing game. And we had a lot of women actually come and get their first deer there.
And you're telling me that men like to bring their wives to hunting camps when they go.
Well,
I'm sure they do. I'm just kidding, ladies. I'm just kidding.
It's a surefire way you get to go.
All right. All right. So I'm going to season the liver a little bit as well right here. And, well, it is a beautiful place. And big bucks over there as well. So now you must have a lot of animals since you're only doing private hunts for friends, because you had a lot of acreage with a lot of deer there.
We do, and it's a management process. Once you've got a responsibility, once you have an enclosure, to make sure you're taking care of the herd, and it's a management operation, and that's what we're mainly into.
So you need people every now and then to come out and help cull the herd.
Yeah, we could use some help on that. I think,
that's all of us. All right.
No, we expect you to be out.
When can we come,
Well, it's just like you said to start with. We begin right before Thanksgiving and end in January.
Oh man, just fantastic. Well, hey, look. Well, all I can say is this: you're a gracious host. You have a beautiful place just to ride around on the four-wheelers and ride the acreage and look at the animals. Just spectacular, y'all. Really a beautiful place. Now, if y'all take a look at my, not my liver per se, but take a look at the venison. Isn't this beautiful? How many of you love liver? Let me see your hand. How many of you, don't kid me, how many of you hate liver? All of you will be right here after the show. You can eat it. Okay, now I'm going to go into here with a little bit onions. You see that? Oh, and look at the bacon. Remember the bacon fat? Oh, yeah. All of the garlic and the herbs and the spices. I'm going to come over here and add a little bit stock to it. Y'all just follow me over here. I have a little game stock I'm going to put into the skillet. Oh, yeah. And y'all, I have some already done. This is going to cook for about another 30 minutes, but I want you to take a look at what I have in my skillet. I'm going to bring the platter over here, and right onto the platter, I'm going to put this beautiful liver that's already, and this cooks fast. Don't you overcook this. Madame Biguet said that you should cook liver from start to finish in about 10 minutes, and you ought to see a little bit rare on the inside of it. That's what Madame Biguet said. And now I'm going to add a little bit of the grits. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, y'all love me now. Yeah, you love me now. Now look at the onions. Woo! Y'all, I tell you what, just a wonder. Who wouldn't love this? Look, y'all take a good look. Look how messy I am, y'all. Don't look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Liver and onions right here, y'all. Just beautiful. And right here, I made a great platter of game stock material. Just look at it quickly. I have the brown venison bones here. That's what it looks like raw. Just throw all of this into a pot. Carrots and celery and onions and garlic and peppercorns. Just simmer this for about an hour. You're going to have that stock I have right over there. This is a game stock right here. Just really beautiful. Thank you, Richard, and thank you, Jack, for being here with us today. We appreciate it so much. Thank you. Y'all, thanks for joining us in the swamps of Louisiana. And remember that man's love affair with hunting is not about the kill or the skill. It's all about the fabulous feast after the hunt. See you next time on A Taste of Louisiana. We're going to eat liver.
Well, When our saints go marching in, Lord, I wanna be in that number. When our saints go marching in.
To purchase the After the Hunt cookbook by Chef John Folse, an After the Hunt t-shirt or program DVD, call the number on your screen.
Lord, I wanna be in that number. When our saints go marching in. Now when the sun refuses to shine, well, when our sun refuses to shine, Lord, I wanna be in that number. When our sun refuses to shine, well, when the saints go marching in, when our saints go swinging.
Funding for After the Hunt with Chef John Folse is brought to you by the Baton Rouge Area Convention and Visitors Bureau. Day is dawning on the Mississippi River and the sun is shining on Baton Rouge. Attractions, shopping, food, and Southern hospitality you know and love. Go BR and go brighter. And the Foundation for Excellence in Louisiana Public Broadcasting. Our mission is to tell Louisiana's story to the world. And by the Louisiana Department of Culture, Recreation, and Tourism. Vacation planning guides are available at louisianatravel.com. You wait all year for your vacation. Don't sleep through it.